this film, we're going to find out why it's hard to find your life purpose, as well as finding and fulfilling your destiny. The hand that keeps us from our purpose is fear. Fear is the root emotion holding you back. But what kind of fear? Let's define fear. Fear is an unpleasant emotion caused by the threat of danger. So what kind of danger or threat do we feel when we consider a new life, a new destiny, a new purpose? When we consider a new life, we are faced with the following thoughts. What if I fail? Others are going to judge me. These kind of thoughts come from a very deep part of our mind that we can thank our ancestors for, believe it or not. You see, we have 99.9% of the same DNA as our ancestors 10,000 years ago. And our DNA's biggest instruction is survival. Survival at all costs. That is why you wouldn't see a warrior of a clan become a painter all of a sudden 10,000 years ago, because he is impacting the survivability of himself and his community. Today is still the same, but to a lower degree. If Josh, who works as a forklift driver, wants to be a guitarist, he induces a mini fear attack to his bosses, as they have to prepare the workplace for his departure, or they're already looking for someone else to replace his position, because the company is under a minor threat. He may also receive backlash from his friends that work with him, because now their work life has changed and maybe they won't have as much fun and social bonding with Josh as they would have with anyone else. And not to mention the fear of Josh that may be feeling, that he has a secure, safe job and now you'll have no money coming in and he has no idea of the outcome of his new purpose. You see, the circumstances are different, but the primal instinct to survive remains. Our reactions to fear are the same. We just express them on a subtler level because we live in much safer times. To give a specific range, 60 to 80% today. So we understand what fear is and why it gets in our way. Now that we are aware of it, we can now choose to look past this fear and begin to pave the path for our life's purpose. And here is how you can get started. The most important thing you can do is block all noise from the outside world. In other words, we can't allow the world to manipulate our thoughts. Just make the decision to be very skeptical of the world around you. When the world around us can be seen from a distance, our emotions and thoughts are not so easily swayed by it. We start to really hear that voice in our heads. Yes, the voice you use talking to yourself, the inner dialogue. Listen to that voice. Listen to that voice. Get to know its good parts and especially its bad parts. Get a better sense of who you are. But that can only be done when you make a decision to not allow the world to sway you left and right. You need to quieten the outside world in your internal world in order to allow your internal mind to produce its own unique thoughts. When you do this, congratulations. You have begun paving the path for your purpose. Let's summarize. We now understand the root cause holding us back from our purpose is fear of death, thanks to the genetic gifts of our ancestral lineage. We are now aware of these fears and where they come from. You will be judged by others and yourself because you are impacting the safety and survivability of those around you and yourself based on your new life choice. Bonus point. People will be threatened when people around them strive for a better life because they are ashamed of their own fear. They project that insecurity onto you, unfortunately. We choose to not allow these limitations to limit us, breaking the limit. Take this film, for example. I had to bypass all my fear responses to sit here and talk in front of the camera. The fear of others' judgments, the fear of self-doubt, and the fear of failure. This is just your mind looking out for your safety. Break its limits. The last step I have for you before you're on your way. It's all well and good blocking the worldly noises and listening to your inner voice and getting to know yourself. In order for things to fall in place, you must take action. This is the time for you now. Try everything. See what takes your fancy. Try that thing you always wanted to do. Take up that thing you used to do as a kid. Try that thing that sparks that fear inside of you. It's an opportunity for growth, win or lose. When fear arrives, remember, it's just your mind trying to protect you from danger. Be rational. In reality, is there any danger really? You are the captain of your soul. You are the master of your fate. At the end of the day, we're all going to die. So you may as well die doing something worth living for. My name is Patrick Alexander Healy. And there's more teachings I want to give away. Stay tuned.